Hi, I'm Brian Eisenhower, and I am here with three amazingly dynamic agents, Shelly, Camelia, and Lisa. And they've all agreed to sit down with me because all three of them have had amazing success proactively generating real estate on a very consistent and systematic basis. So I've actually had the privilege of working with these three ladies, and I asked them to sit down with us, and every single one of them actually prospects or lead generates. And as a part of their business generation efforts, they actually talk to people they don't know to meet new people and generate new real estate business. And all of you guys have been at least prospecting now for less than a year and a half. Some of you, I think, Camelia, about a year and a half of prospecting.
Yes.
And then Shelly started actually real estate at all just a year ago. And then Lisa has been in real estate for a while as well, but just started prospecting about 8 months ago. So tell me about it. Tell me about some of the inhibitions you had, so how you were a little bit nervous about initially what a lot of people refer to as cold calling, calling people you don't know. How was that scary?
I didn't want to be rejected. I didn't
Yeah.
know what they were going to say.
Right.
And for me, I didn't know what to say to them. So when I called, I didn't really know what to say to them, so I needed a script, which is what I have now, which makes it a lot
What
easier.
kind of objections they would have and throw at you, and if I would know what to say when they said it.
Right. So, but you guys are past that now. I mean, you're very good at it. So, you know, how has that opinion changed? You know, how do you get by this fear of calling people you don't know on a regular basis? So you're picking up the phone and you're contacting people you don't know.
We're actually really wanting to provide a service for them. We're wanting to help someone. All we're trying to do is figure out who they are. So that helps.
Okay.
And how we
The
can help.
reason I got over it is with consistently doing it. I was making my board grow with listings, new listings, made me want to keep doing it. So I was getting results.
Okay.
So that's how I got over my fear of doing it.
You were getting money.
I was getting paid. Yeah.
And I
So,
think all of us here, we're all calling, when you're calling people you don't know, every one of you guys all has a database of people you do know. So
Yes.
you systematically and consistently stay in contact with your client database, right? That's
Yes.
a core part of your business. But you also want to grow that business, so you're trying to reach out and contact people that you don't know to represent them as real estate agents, and then also put them in your database to increase the people you do know.
Yeah.
So, and those are mainly done through for sale by owners or FSBOs.
Yes.
Expired listings that have expired on the multiple listing service. So you'll contact those two types of people. And then you'll also call just listed and just solds, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Those are just calling around an existing listing that you or the office has.
Right.
And you'll also call around to promote open houses. Is
Yes.
that correct? All people we don't know, all making an amount of contacts out there. You know, Shelly, when we were talking earlier, you said as you're contacting people throughout the day, you bump into some people that aren't always that nice.
Yeah, sometimes they get a little growly, and you know the best thing to do is to shrug it off and just share with your coworkers. You know, hey, that was kind of funny that they got so angry with me, and I just want to help them. We kind of laugh about it, and then we just move on to the next call.
Okay, so you take a
Take a quick breather.
You expect to bump into people that are either
Yeah.
crazy or mean.
Yeah, it happens once in a while, but actually just laughing about it really kind of does help.
Okay.
And then sharing that with your coworkers, and then we just move on.
Right.
So
It's a numbers game.
It is a numbers game, and I don't care if you're trying to contact a lot of people to generate business, or a lot of people know who you are because you sell a lot of business. The more people you are in contact with one way or the other, the more increased likelihood that you're going to meet some Looney Tunes out there.
That's
So,
right.
if you're not meeting Looney Tunes, you're either not on the way to being successful or you're not yet successful. So it's actually kind of a good thing, and it's good to allow yourself some time to laugh about it. But you guys said, hey, I'm providing a service. Okay, I heard that. You're providing a service. I know a lot of public probably don't believe that. So how on earth are you providing a service to these people? Like, tell me about FSBO and expires.
Well,
How-
most
how-
FSBOs that are selling their houses, it's the first time that they've been on this particular rodeo. And they don't have a clue. They don't even know how to have qualified buyers come in their home. They don't know who's coming in and out of their home, whether they're a thief or they're casing the place to rob it. They don't have any idea of what they should do. They don't know how to get the house ready. So, you know, we try to assist them in whatever it is that they need. And I'll ask them, okay, do you have the paperwork? How are you qualifying your buyers? How are you marketing the property? But basically, I just want to go over and see the property and be of service in any way I can.
And expireds, I feel like we come from contribution because they're so frustrated at that point that their home's been on the market 6 months, maybe a year. So
Okay.
coming from contribution that way is telling them different marketing ideals because typically they're not all the same. And I tell them that I'm an expert at working with homes that didn't sell the first time.
Usually they're traumatized, honestly, from the expired situation.
Yes.
So sometimes it's counseling and explaining to them what we do differently to get homes sold, and that someone really does want to do more than just put a sign in their yard that we're going to be in contact and work really hard to get it sold.
Because that's one of the things they say is the agent didn't call me, they didn't communicate, I have no idea what's going on, and they're just lost.
Yeah, they
And
welcome,
frustrated.
they welcome the call.
So, I mean, you're talking,
Most
for
of them.
FSBO expireds, you're actually contacting people that actually want to sell their house now, right?
Yes.
It's actually hard, I mean, for a lot of people, that's easier than contacting your database. The people you already know, because you're actually contacting people that want to sell. Where, well, I have a lot of people that don't want to contact their database, because I mean, do I really want to bother the people that don't want to sell all the time? I hate to hassle my friends. Let's call people that have their hand up. I need, you know, we all are trying to get that house sold. You just try, the only,
Well, I think you need to contact your database too.
oh, true, yeah.
Because
gonna
your
say.
name should be in their face.
Yeah,
When they think of anything with real estate, they should be recommending you to whoever they're talking to, that your name should come
Absolutely.
to mind. So if you don't contact them, that doesn't happen.
Agreed. So the calls really aren't that cold. They're not really cold calls in the sense that you may not know them, but they're pretty warm because you're calling people that want to sell. Okay, one last thing here. You're also calling just listed, just solds, and open houses. How is that coming from contribution?
Well, you're looking for a buyer for the house that you're selling. And so when you're calling around the whole neighborhood, even if you don't get a buyer for that particular house, you may get someone that wants to sell their house because they just can't believe somebody's working that hard to get the house sold.
Absolutely.
Everyone's curious what's happening in their neighborhood. How much is it listed for? What is it selling for? What's happening? Everyone's
look at it?
curious. Yes.
Right, what
Yeah.
it looks like.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so you're actually showing everybody how hard you work to get a home sold. And oftentimes the purchaser of a home actually is somehow related to someone that lives in the neighborhood. People know people and they want to move in certain neighborhoods because of other people. So you are actually going that extra mile for your clients.
And there's so many people that want to help. I mean, they like to help. So if you call them and they're like, oh, I know so-and-so down the street and she was just talking about it because they want to help their neighbor and they want to help you too. So that's a good way to
I love it.
look at it too. Everyone, they like to come from contribution too to make
Sure.
it life.
Yeah, that's just being neighborly.
Yeah,
Absolutely, try to help out your neighbor.
right.
Yeah. No, I agree. Well,
Or
Ladies,
they want to
thank
get the
you.
neighbor out.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. Could be helping the whole neighborhood. Just doing your part. I love it. Well, ladies, thank you so much for your time today. I really appreciate your insights on prospecting and lead generating. I know I feel much more comfortable about it.
Thank you.
Thank you.